Hi Jesse, how you doing, buddy? People were on there.
Just calling to
Oh,
get my whistle.
Jesse, come save me, buddy, will you? Jesse, honestly, she's got worse. She's absolutely got worse. I'm not joking you. What's that? 1 week working at home, mate. She's already dragged me up the walls. I want to move in with you and your missus. Unbelievable, man.
Well, they're all scientists, so maybe someone can help you.
I wish someone could help me, yeah.
Yeah. Quiz question.
Okie dokie, I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to grab a bite to eat. How you doing, Electric Sheep Minion? Julius, everything okay? Yeah, her and Doris bought this for one of the grandkids, and it's a face that you put makeup on, apparently, like a professional thing that you fit to some stand. And one of the grandkids got at it with a marker. Look, and we can't get it looking normal again. Any suggestions? the face has now got very strange eyebrows. Look. Paint remover. Yeah, it's like a plastic. It's not freaking made of concrete, Jesse. Don't listen to him. He's off his head. Honestly. I mean, think about the things that he's written over the last 40 weeks. And you're listening to Jesse saying paint remover. Robert says an angle grinder. Now that's more my way of thinking.
So unhelpful.
Jesse said turpentine. No. Electric Sheep Minions come up with a cracking idea. Just tip exit. So no other suggestions. It's not sticky. It's just like marked, permanently marked forever. Now that's a clever idea. Jesse said if it's porous, use toothpaste and a brush. That is a clever idea. See, I told you Jesse was cleverer than you thought he was, yeah? Jesse, she's gone now. You've got her now going in. Pub Santa's come up with a fantastic idea. Buy a new one. It's all your fault, Santa. You brought this one. Buy a new one. Oh, cracker. Maida Meriden has said use like a scouring soap like Cif, C-I-F. She's tried that. Her indoors has tried that. Mom, didn't work. She's now come up with another harebrained idea of painting it, then varnishing it. But then how's the makeup going to go on top of varnish? It isn't. Thanks, Jesse. At least it smells better. Oschal Sape. Oschal Sape. What the hell's Oschal Sape? Robert, is that the green soap? Her indoors is asking, is that the green soap? I think it's the non-chemical soap. Oh, there you go. I love a man like Robert. Yeah, he makes this great suggestion, Osagal Sape. And I ask him, is that the green non-chemical soap? And he goes, yes, I think so. What do you mean, yes, I think so? Is it what? Grüne Zape. I don't know. Space Dracula. I love to count. Good evening. Nice to have you on board. And Wasp 35. Good evening, Jody. How you doing? Ossengal is oxbile. Damar 1980 says old white granny soap. Have you got any spare old white granny soap? I've got a granny, but I haven't got any old white soap to go with her. Hi, Amanda. How are you? Bring it back. Bring it back. Amanda might have a good idea. Pub Santa's coming up with some cracking ideas. Hydrochloric acid is his next one. I don't think he's being serious. Okay, for anybody that has joined us, I've been putting a little task on to everybody. Hello. Her indoors come up with this great idea to get the one of the grandkids. It's a makeup dummy, so it's like what they use at the makeup college, where they put makeup on and then they clean it off with makeup remover. What could go wrong? Our 6-year-old grandchild could go wrong because she got face paints and decided to start face painting the dummy because her indoors had asked Santa to bring this for practicing face painting, so she didn't have to use me. As you can see, the non-permanent eyebrows have suddenly become quite permanent. Does anybody have any idea? Elkie and Alfredo, ox bile soap for nasty stains. Ox bile soap. What the frickin' hell's ox bile soap? It sounds like something you'd use to sort out Alfredo's underwear.
Ox bile.
Ox bile.
How do you spell it?
Oxbile. Ox bile soap.
Okay. I'll let you know next week.
I mean, it looks quite like me if it had a bit more hair. It's not too often I get to say that. Here. Oh, Electric Sheep Minions just reminded me, just by typing George in the chat.
Focus.
I can't focus. I can't focus. How can I focus? Alrighty, folks, the draw is now open. Minion Jessie said it's the soap that grannies use. Surely her indoors must be using it. Amanda, do you have any ideas what you think we could use to try and clean this makeup face dummy that we got? Alfredo saying it's made from the bile from ox cows. Well, you know, I sort of worked that out when it was called ox bile soap, but that doesn't help me. Or send the face to the Republican Party and they'll just whitewash it like they do with all their other leaders. Boom! Now that's the sort of answer I wanted to hear. The bile is a strong acid that can clean very well. It's in the soap in a white packet with a red star. Very good for deep cleaning. Minion Jessie, I'm afraid to ask. Very good for deep cleaning what? Everything you're afraid to think of and everything else. Everything you're afraid to think of and everything else. Wasp 35. Now, Jody, you see, that is a cracking idea. I knew that someone would come in with something slightly sensible and help us here. Maybe white vinegar. Okay. I'll mention that. I'll mention that to her indoors. Or St. Mark. Good evening, Jan the Man, our official FIFA Dutch referee. How are you tonight and how is your better half? Mrs. John's doing good. Great to hear. Yes, folks, the raffle is open. So if you'd like to type in George, you will be entered into tonight's draw. And I'm thinking about doing one of the Irish question mark mugs, raffling one of the Irish question mark mugs tonight. But I'll let you decide whether you want a mug or a mask. Very few of both left. Still thinking about what I'm going to try and order and get next. Sorry? Minion Me says, oh, the mug's going to be mine. Minion me saying more mugs. Don't know. No, I'm gonna have to go for something differently. Grab 88. Good evening. How you doing tonight? Great to have you on board. We're now basically having a. Have you got? Can you pass the eternal dummy?
No, she's drying.
She's drying.
It's on the radiator drying.
Minion Jesse says maybe some nice hand knitted scarves. That's as prizes. That's a great idea.
Go away, Jessie. There's nothing.
Gordy and Suze on board. They got their mask. See the difference between Scottish Post and British Post. Unbelievable, man. Electric Sheep Minion, I'd love a big Irish tricolour scarf. Yeah, I reckon Gordy and Suze would love a big Irish tricolour scarf, only they'd have nowhere to wear it. A couple of shamrocks embroidered on it. We can't always have what we want.
Yeah, Electric Sheep Minion. I'd love a big Irish tricolour scarf. Can't always have what you want.
One complaint, Susan has yet to earn the right to carry my surname. She's still on trial. Yeah, I know that feeling. But if we try sometimes, you can't always get what you want. See, Jesse's on the ball there. You didn't get that, did you? Yeah. Lyrics.
Yeah.
What is it?
Always get what you want.
Bit louder.
No.
No. Okay. It's like Groundhog Day, isn't it? Hey, it's Friday. Yeah, we're still in lockdown. It's Groundhog Friday. Electric Sheep Minion, how about IQ mittens? Stop drinking so early on a Friday, Julius. It's not good for you. Well, if Radu from Delph is on and he got the original, the one-off original George scarf.
The one-off, that's the clue.
The one-off, was that the clue?
Yes.
Gordy's saying Celtic are in Dubai because it's minus 19 in Scotland. Minus 19 points, I presume you mean, and not degrees. Oh, you know what? Honestly and truthfully, 10 in a row, you just don't need, you don't want to ruin Scottish football by getting 10 in a row. So that's why I think out of the generosity of Celtic's heart, they've handed it on a plate to Steven Gerrard and Gordy. Basically, I think that's what's happening. Electric Sheep Minion, I'm on Red Bull and chocolate cookies. I need a sugar rush. Okay, folks, we'll give it another 4 or 5 minutes and then we'll crack on with tonight's show. It is now 10 past the hour. And I am listening to Radio 2 with Mr. Tony Blackburn doing the Golden Hour. So if you'd like to listen to the same music as I'm listening to, then go to the BBC Sounds app and tune into Radio 2. Que sera. Oh, that's good. So when her indoors keeps shouting in the background, yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. I just thought I'd let you know. She's now currently reading tonight's questions and answers. It's okay. She'll get the answers mixed up.
Right, let's do this.
Now, can you try and not turn my music off?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you do that? Pete 5678. Happy New All. Happy New All. Yes, indeed, folks. The draw is now open. So happy New All year, Pete. Thank you very much, and yourself, my friend. I hope you're fit and healthy still. Okie dokie. The virtual tip jar is open. Micah, thank you very much for your kind donation. That's just in. M-Pesters. I suppose I should put the link in the chat. And that's that in there. Okay, we shall be starting very, very shortly. Pete got the DTs after Christmas and can't type. Oh, Minion Jesse's winking at me saying the other Pesters. Sorry, the other Pesters. Thank you very much indeed.
What's the other one?
Thank my dad for that one. Thanks, Dad. Robert, thank you for your donation. Down, 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 down. Micah would have been named differently had she been a girl. Oh my good Lord. No, it's her indoors. She's already at it. Okay, Minion Me's dad, thank you for that one. Radio. She was born on my uncle's birthday and my dad named her after him. It's a good job he wasn't called Frederick. Without telling anyone else. Fredwina. Yes, folks, if you haven't done it already, please type George into the chat. Evening, Pat the Beard. How you doing? Nice to have you on board. No sign of Liz the Legend yet, as far as I know, unless she's crept in. Her indoors looks over her shoulder every single time I say Liz the Legend. Jesse and Micah, thank you for your kind donation. Micah, thank you. There you go, got it right that time. Let the Sheep Minion, I ordered a correspondence course, how to deal with life's disappointments yesterday. I got the first lesson by post. It was an empty envelope. It's not a true story. Her indoors is a bit shocked with that one. Okay, folks, so let's get started. Good evening. Welcome to the Irish Question Mark Quarantine Quiz Show number 40, ladies and gentlemen. This is our 40th show tonight. Her indoors, what do you give someone that you've been married to for 40 years?
Poison.
Poison. That is not the answer I was looking for. Can you look that up for me, please? No. Okay. Minion Me says a kiss. One of them kisses. Folks, what can I tell you? It is lovely. Give her £5. It's lovely to be here. Get yourself a pen and piece of paper. We are ready to start. Get yourself a little drink and chill out. A Ruby, Minion Jesse says. Ruby. I had a cat called Ruby when I lived in Melbourne, Australia. Do you know why I called the cat Ruby?
She was 40 years old.
She was 40 years old. No.
Hey George, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, quiz time!
Quiz time, Sophie and Senna. Let's get started. Hey, good evening, Kevin Clerks in Cyprus. Nice to have you on board. Minion Jesse says, why get her a ruby? Just get a ruby-coloured piece of plastic. It's much more realistic present. Yes, I like to give dreams, so I think just a ruby piece of paper would be enough. Folks, here we go with our first question tonight. Question number 1, nice and easy way to start tonight's quiz. Who played Rose in the 1997 movie Titanic? Her indoors knows that one because she's read the answers, folks. Give me that there. Unbelievable. Alrighty, Amanda, thank you very much for your kind donation. Thank you very much indeed. Question number 2. Now, a few clues about the answer. It's an island country in the southwestern Pacific Ocean. What is the 3rd smallest country in the world by area, behind the Vatican City and Monaco? Otto is breaking the law. He won't be able to hear me. He's working late tonight, but he's playing along. He has the show on mute at the moment. Naughty Norma has arrived and she's tried to type George in, but obviously she's had too much wine in her already, and the computer realizes that she spelled George wrong. Garoge. So the first question, Naughty Norma, in case you missed it, was which actress played Rose in the movie Titanic? This is the second question. Question number 3, as follows. It's Dingbat time, folks. It's returning. Alrighty, so it's a 4-word phrase. Simply say what you see. A little bit of It's Not Unusual by Mr. Tom Jones playing in the background on Radio 2 tonight. Jay Harmsel, thank you for your kind donation. Minion Me says, I see a drunk Irishman. Oh wait, wrong part of the screen. Freaking lunatic. Number 4. Where in India is the seat of all 3 branches of the Indian government? And the city in which it sits is a hub of international trade. Thank you very much, Pete, for your kind donation, my friend. Norma's just in from work. She was Russian. I thought Norma was Irish.
Oh, that's bad.
Look, she spelled Russian wrong. Did not get that. Look, rushing. Oh my God, I'm going to stop typing now. No, keep typing because I'm loving it. The question is, Naughty Norma, are you in your pajamas and do you have a glass of wine? Question number 5 is Jan the man. Her indoors frantically looking for the whistle.
Oh, shoot.
What's that over there?
A whistle.
Thank you very much. And her indoors has successfully turned the music off, caused a frantic, give me that, frantic panic, and anyway, question,
Whistle.
give me, this is the first thing she picked up to blow, and was blowing this, and there was nothing happening.
Yeah, but it's the same colour.
Yeah, but it looks a little bit different, doesn't it? Come on. Holy Moses, man. Okay, in snooker, now, listen very carefully to this question. In snooker, how many points are scored with the black balls in a 1-4-7 break? In snooker, how many points in total would you score with the black ball only if you done a 1-4-7 break? I take it when Naughty Norma says not yet, and yes, it means she's not yet drinking wine, but she is in her pajamas, or she is in her pajamas, or she is drinking wine and not yet in her pajamas. Anyway, it's all too confusing for me. Question number 6, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What is the key ingredient of Mornay sauce? Nice to see Liz the Legend joining us tonight. Question number 7. Alrighty, question number 7 tonight. The girl with the dragon tattoo, the girl who played with fire, and the girl who complete the third title of the Stieg Larsson's Millennium book series. Now, normally I've got a problem saying millennium, but I practiced it. Millennium. It'll be another millennium before I put millennium in the quiz again, because I was sitting earlier on going, millennium, millennium, millennium. That's it. So, you 4 words in the answers. Complete the third title of the Stieg Larsson's Millennium book series. Gordy says Susan, his better half, is in her PJs drinking Tennent's out of a tin because she oozes class.
I can picture it.
I can picture it too. That's the scary part. Gordy and Suze, thank you very much for your kind donation. Minyami says, is 2 of the words shagged me? No, I don't think so. Number 8. To what autonomous country does this flag belong? To what autonomous country does this flag belong? Norma said, good woman, Susan. Yes, you do what you want, Susan. I think she probably does all the time anyways, right, yeah. Ho, ho, ho. How many days is the Christmas? Work that out. Thank you very much, Santa, for your kind donation. Does anyone know how many days it is to Christmas? Number 9. In what Indian city is the Taj Mahal located? Or the Taj Mahal is just outside which Indian city? Is Pat the Beard speaking in tongues? Fun with flags? I mean, Pat, are you okay tonight? And our last question. Question number 10. Holy Moses, it's Liz the Legend doing her stuff. The dancers have returned and the anagrams have returned. Thank you very much, Liz. 351 days until Christmas and counting. Or Prever, Rachel, thank you very much for your kind donation. Take a picture of Liz, that nasty woman. Write down gross override, mix the letters up, and it is an anagram of an iconic 1992 crime movie. This anagram is so easy, I think even Gordy in Aberdeen has a chance of getting this one correct. Okay, so Minion Me singing a song on the 14th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. If you want to get entered into tonight's draw, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, just type George into the chat. That's all you need to do. And you will be automatically joined into tonight's draw, which we're unsure whether we're going to go for one of the Irish question mark collector item masks, the second most sought after item on the interweb, or we found a few more Irish question mark mugs. I like the way your thinking's on the back of them. So we're unsure what we're going to do to draw tonight. But it will be one of them two things, ladies and gentlemen. It'll either be a mask or a cup. Now, before Liz the Legend gets any crazy ideas, that's the third time I've seen a salter, a gritting machine going up the bike lane and up the roads. So I'm thinking it might be slippy and there might be a little bit of black ice involved. And I'm hoping that'll scare the bejesus out of her coming across to our home. Okay, so the virtual tip jar is open, folks. Thank you very much for your kind donations so far. I've just put a little link into the chat. Liz has fired a warning shot across the brow and said she'll be there in 10. The heating's on, Liz. It'll be nice and warm. Pat the Beard said, beware, slippy trippy. Yeah, slippy trippy, broken nippy. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's move on to our second round tonight. Now, you know that our second round... Oh, look, there's that gritter again. Are you actually... Are we, I think her indoors has actually hired a gritter to go up and down the street outside. And just outside Liz's house as well. Okay, right, okay. Not an Irish question mark mask in sight. Tonight's picture round, ladies and gentlemen, are pretty famous people all wearing face masks. So 2 points for each correct answer. Liz has said it's only 2 degrees outside. No problem to someone like her. Honestly, with her pedigree. She'll probably come with her snowshoes on, just in case it snows. Because God help us if she got fucking stranded here.
God help us.
Yeah, God help us is right. Minion Me said it's freezing here. Turn the heating on. Who is picture number 1? Picture number 1. First and second name, please. Naughty Norma, thank you very much for your kind donation, Naughty Norma. Permission now to get in your pajamas. Picture number 2. Minion Me is sounding like her indoors. I haven't turned the heating on all winter yet. No joke, unbelievable. Must be sitting in layers looking like a bloody Michelin man. Number 3. Dancing in the street. Number 3. First and second name, please. Number 4. And number 5. Yes, indeed, folks. Unbelievable. 5 years ago today, Mr. David Bowie passed away. Unbelievable. It went so quick. Who is this number 5, folks? It's not David Bowie, by the way. But have a close look, because It's a very, very famous actor. Number 6. You, wow, wow, wow. Number 6. First and second name, please. You, wow, wow. Number 7. Have a look closely. Who is this guy? Obviously, her indoors is going to look really closely at the screen because this actually has quite a similar look to me.
I thought it was you in the summer.
Her indoors, you see, this is why I keep her. She said, I thought it was you, a snap from the summer. Yes, I used to always walk around in the summer with surgical masks on. Benjamin says, I think I saw him Wednesday at the Capitol. I don't think you've seen this guy Wednesday at the Capitol. You might have seen the one before. Number 8. I'm in love with you. Number 8. Name this actor. First and second names, please. No sign of Frank yet. I'm in love with you. Number 9. Oh, do you know why Frank's not here? Her indoors. Yeah, he's celebrating his birthday with his family. And number 10. Okay, folks, so that is your picture round tonight. You know, we'll give you another look at the picture round, and of course, any guess at all is better than nothing at all. Minion Jesse saying, cannot believe that Frank hasn't come here after us organising a quiz birthday party for him.
Terrible.
Unbelievable, absolutely shocking.
Bad form.
Bad form, Frank. Bad form, Frank. So here you go, 30 seconds to look at the first 2 pictures. Who are these famous people behind the masks?
Oh, I thought it was masked winners.
Her indoors just looked closely at the camera, at the iPad. She said, oh, I thought it was mask. These were mask winners. Number 3 and number 4. And your next 2. Number 5 is a very famous actor. Look closely at him. Menyami says the picture for number 6 is a fake because she never wears a mask. No comment. Only an irony. Oh, I'm not going to mention anything that happened in Washington because I don't want to upset Liz the Legend. She's already upset enough. She can't come out tonight. There's black ice outside. She's really upset. Number 7 and number 8. Please don't write down Irish question mark for number 7. It basically it looks like my twin. But
Stunt double.
it could quite possibly be my stunt double. Yes, indeed. Well done, her indoors. And the last 2. Don't give up. Okay, so that is your double points picture round, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Don't forget to type George into the chat if you'd like to join any of these people and be one of our prize winners tonight. The limited edition mask winners club. Lots of familiar faces in there, folks. And we have renamed Radiant Raluca in the middle after much discussions this afternoon with her indoors. And we welcome Randy Radu from Delft, one of our latest mask winners. Who will be next to win either a face mask or one of the Irish question mark little mugs and with a little spoon in the handle? So you know how to do it. It's quite easy. All you need to do is type George into the chat and you have a chance of winning either or. Times to get her indoors, we need you to have like a mask on and you to be walking behind like they used to do in Sale of the Century, you know? Do you remember Sale of... Well, we remember Sale of the Century. I don't know who else would remember Sale of the Century. They must have had something like that in Holland as well. Okie dokie, round 3. Question number 1. In the Hans Andersen fairy tale, what little girl was found inside the petals of a flower? In the Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale, what little girl was found inside the petals of a flower? Radiant Raluca has thanked us for our excellent decision. Yes. Raunchy, it was very nearly going to be raunchy until we looked up the meaning of the word raunchy and it was just a little bit too rude. I thought, that's not like Raluca. So Radiant Raluca it is forever. Do what Raluca has done, Radiant Raluca, and type George into the chat and that will give you the chance to enter tonight's draw. Thank you very much, Liz. Liz the Legend, for your kind donation. Question number 2. Replace the initials with words to make a true statement. 4M with 30D. 4M with 30D. Question number 3. When is her indoors going to bring me a coffee? With regards to the US federal agency, what does ICE stand for? It is unbelievable. Minion Me said, are you sure it isn't 30 double D? And Liz wrote 30 double D because when I was typing that question in, I was thinking about bra sizes. We're all extremely sick, but that's why I love you all and that's how we get on.
That's a Paul.
Number 4. Part of our Heretic range, what actress launched scented candles labelled, "This smells like my vagina" and "This smells like my orgasm" in 2020? What actress launched scented candles labelled, "This smells like my vagina" and "This smells like my orgasm" in 2020? I was attempting to do my voiceover voice there because how often do you get the chance to read out, "This smells like my vagina" or "This smells like my orgasm" and get away with it? Gordy says that's what Aberdeen Harbour smells like on a hot summer's day. They never have a hot summer's day in Aberdeen, do they?
never been to Scotland.
Her indoors has never been to Scotland. Ever.
But it's not making it attractive.
Yeah. Yeah. Gordy, her indoors reckons you're definitely not working for the Scottish Tourist Board. I've been to Scotland numerous times. Up to Parkhead to see Celtic lift numerous Premiership trophies. Also in '88 I was in Hampden Park seeing Celtic doing the double. Something that Gordy would never have been able to experience in his own lifetime. Now, Maida Murden has also said she's never been in Scotland either. But she's yeah, why would she? She's stuck in the centre of England. Gordy says you're always welcome, but I don't think you's plural, I think it's singular. Electric Sheep Minion said, I've never been to Scotland either, never been further north than Texel. Alrighty, let's move swiftly along. It's Jan the Man. What retired footballer spent 32 days in jail in March, April 2020 after allegedly, ladies and gentlemen, entering Paraguay with a false passport? Well, what can I tell you, folks? Was 35 might never have been to Scotland. Maida Murden might never have been to Scotland. But Jan the Man's been to Scotland. He even refereed in the semi-final on Islay. Jan, he's our man. I have to admit they only have 4 teams on the island. Minor point, Jan. Question number 6. Pat the Beard, having a flaggish sort of quiz. What country has this as its national flag? What country has this as its national flag? Calls himself a Scot. Our Dutch referee has been to Islay and Gordy's never been. Jodie's dad, our secret agent, has been to Scotland, but he can't talk about it. Pat the Beard must be a windy country. Yeah, you're right. Number 7, James Howlett is the alter ego of what Marvel Comics character? James Howlett is the alter ego of what Marvel Comics character? Minion Jesse, even I've been to Scotland, the height of the summer with a scorching 22 degrees C. Yeah, absolutely. They'd be running around with nothing on if it was 22 degrees in Scotland. Number 8. Please remember it's a family show, ladies and gentlemen. What C describes a rooster or a cockerel that has been castrated to improve the quality of its flesh for food? What C describes a rooster or cockerel that has been castrated to improve the quality of its flesh for food? Hey, it's Frank, and chicken's not the right answer. Happy birthday, Frank. Let me be the first to wish you, on behalf of myself, my family, everybody on the Thorbeckelaan, and basically everybody in the municipality of The Hague, the Netherlands. Happy birthday, Frank. We were just talking about you earlier on, my friend, and everyone was saying that there was a chance that you weren't here because you were busy celebrating your birthday. But we knew that there's only one place that you like to celebrate your birthday every opportunity you can, and that's here on a Friday night. Happy birthday, Frank. Gordy, a cockless doodle-doo. Icicles, helter-skelter, slicing and chipping are technical terms used in what field? Lacrosse, dressmaking, stained glass, or hairdressing. Icicles, helter-skelter, slicing and chipping are technical terms used in what field? Lacrosse, dressmaking, stained glass, or hairdressing. So that is your choices. Next one. It's Dingbat time. Dingbat. Remember, the Dingbats and the anagrams tonight are worth 5 points. Be good to yourself. Alrighty, solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known term or phrase. It's a 5-word answer. If you're not sure, have a look at what is happening. The answer is straight in front of your eyes. Get your phone out, take a little picture so you can have a little look. It'll be a while before you get to hear these answers. Great to have you on board tonight, Frank, and I hope your better half is keeping well also. So, we are halfway through tonight's quiz. We've asked the first round, 3 rounds questions. If you haven't typed George yet into the chat, well, it's about time that you did, because that way you'll be entered into tonight's free draw for either an Irish question mark mug with a detachable spoon and hopefully not a detachable handle by the time it gets to you, or an Irish question mark face mask. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our prize cupboard is slowly but surely emptying. If you have any ideas for prizes, email them to me via irishquestionmark@gmail.com. So any ideas for what I should order next in the giveaways? Be reasonable, folks. Our big issue basically is postage. So posting things out basically nearly costs as much as purchasing the product. So keep that in your mind, and let's see what ideas you come up with. Minion Jesse says rubber duckies. Yes, obviously you're not listening to the postage, but what are we going to do? Float them down the canal to people. So, folks, follow me on Facebook. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and you are on Twitch TV following us tonight. Made Meriden says, as a prize, a free trip to Ha Iggy. Ha Iggy. Does anyone know where Ha Iggy is? Frank says postcards would be a good thing to give out as prizes. Yeah, well, you'd only pay for the postage once. I like the way you're thinking. Inflatable rubber duckies. Minion Jesse, I'm really concerned about your mental health sometimes. Radiant Reluca seconded. What did she second? Liz says chocolate. But how can we do Irish question mark chocolate? I know, I could take a bite out of each chocolate bar, wrap it back up, post it, and then you'd have an imprint of my jaw. Maybe. Frank's home office, envelope full of glitter. By the way, whenever I'm sending any birthday cards to my nieces or nephews, I normally fill it full of glitter and stuff, so that when they open it, it goes everywhere. Norma, fantastic idea. Pajamas and wine. IQ mixtapes. Irish question duck. Irish question duck. Obviously, Susie's taken over the keyboards. She seconded Norma. Oh, Mira Murden wants a trip to The Hague. Okay, yeah, I sort of worked that out. Okay, so here we go. Here are your questions and answers to the first round. Robert says an air fryer. Well, if you remember rightly, folks, I did say that I'm going to try and organise a customised Irish question mark air fryer for the show number 50. I'm still trying to find a company that will make a sample Irish question mark sticker or transfer, which I could put on an air fryer, and even possibly get Arto to organise some suggestions for things to air fry. But leave it with me. Here are your questions and answers to the first 3 rounds. 1 point for each correct answer, folks. Number 1, who plays Rose in the 1997 movie Titanic? It is, of course, Kate Winslet. Give yourself a point if you got that right. Number 2. Island country, southwest of Pacific Ocean, 3rd smallest country in the world by area. It is Nauru. Give yourself a point if you guessed that one correct. Okay, solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known term or phrase. What do you see? Well, you see the word skate. Where is skate? Skate is on. What is skate on? Thin ice. Skate on thin ice. There you go, folks. There is your dingbat. First answer. Give yourself 5 points if you work that one out. Number 4, the correct answer, the city in which the hub for international trade is New Delhi. Give yourself a point for that one. Wouldn't want to argue with this guy in a traffic jam, would you? Number 5 is our first question from Jan the Man, our official FIFA referee. He's asking a snooker question tonight. How many points are scored in the black ball in a 1-4-7 break? The correct answer is 112, because 16 times it would have to be potted, 7 points per ball. Ardo said my guess of 5 was a little off. Yes, indeed, Ardo. I don't know whether Ardo can hear us or not, because I'm unsure whether he's going to do a little bit of a few jokes at half time, or is he like sort of multitasking and working at the same time? I'm unaware, but if he's listening, then he can let me know. Number 6. The key ingredient of a Mornay sauce is cheese. It is basically a bechamel, a white bechamel sauce, with loads of shredded or grated Gruyere cheese or any cheese you fancy. And then you add an egg yolk to make it more rich and shiny. So cheese is the correct answer for that one. Number 7, the 3rd title in the Stieg Larsson's Millennium book series, The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. Number 8. To what autonomous country does this flag belong? The answer is Greenland. Give yourself a point if you got that one. Number 9. In what Indian city is the Taj Mahal located? It's just outside Agra. Gordy's off for some cheese. I actually thought of you and Suze on Christmas night. I was having some mature red Scottish cheddar, and you popped into my mind. Anyway, so it's strange the times that people think of you when you're thinking no one's thinking of you. Okay, so number 10, it was the anagram. Yes, indeed. The correct answer for the anagram is Reservoir Dogs. Give yourself 5 points if you got that one correct. Gross override is an anagram of Reservoir of Dogs. Number 2, we have double points up for grabs. Famous masked up folks. 2 points if you got the correct answer. So let's have a little look at them. Our first one, number 1, is Jennifer Lopez. Give yourself 2 points if you guessed Jennifer Lopez. Number 2, Charlize Theron is the correct answer. Give yourself 2 points if you guessed that correct. Number 3, David Walliams. And this is a picture taken today at Barbara Windsor. Is it? Yeah, Barbara Windsor's funeral or memorial service was on today. Is Liz talking about Frank again on his Botox injections? Walliams and Botox. I don't know, I can only see half of his face. Oh, Charlize Theron. Anyway. Dutch referee said, I thought he looked like an Undertaker. Well done, Jan. Number 4, Reese Witherspoon. 2 points if you got that one correct. Number 5. Did anyone get this one correct? It is Steve Martin. Steve Martin. Number 6. Ivanka Trump. What's 35 saying? Who is Steve Martin? Jody, you're taking the mickey now, aren't you? Ask your dad. Number 7. Colin Farrell, folks. 2 points if you wrote down Colin Farrell, but if you wrote down Irish question mark, give yourself 5 points, ladies and gentlemen, because I like the way you're thinking.
I think it was him about Friends.
I thought it was Ryan Reynolds, former president of the USA. Oh, Pat the Beard thought Steve Martin was the former president of the USA. Really, he's not well, that. Ryan Gosling. No, you're wrong. Number 8. Ben Affleck. That's a nice, easy one. Because he's got B on his hat, in case nobody recognizes him when he's walking around. Yeah. What about Irish question mark hats? I looked at them. Skull hats, black skull hats. €15 a hat, and then you got to embroider them. My God. Number 9.
Batman.
Demi Lovato. Liz, I know B is Boston. I know that. It's not B for Ben. It's not. I know you know that. I was going to say she's a little bit touchy, or Liz, a little bit touchy. And I've only mentioned Washington once. Number 10. No, this is not the guy that helps the Undertaker, but it's the guy that helps the guy that you thought was the Undertaker, Jan. It is Matt Lucas, also at the funeral today. Okay, folks. So, round 3. Question number 1. In the Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale, the little girl that was found inside the petals of a flower, Thumbelina. Thumbelina. Duimlintje in Dutch. Yes, and it is Tommelise in Danish. Take a point for that. Ardo, take a point for the Finnish name. Thank you very much for informing us. You're a very honest guy. I'm presuming Ardo cannot hear us because he hasn't answered me about the jokes. Electric Sheep Minion wants to know what the Finnish name is. Ardo will just make something up and nobody knows any different. Number 2. 4 months with 30 days is the correct answer for question number 2. Question number 3. With regards to the U.S. Federal Agency, what does ICE stand for? Immigration and Customs Enforcement. I think at this stage, Ardo is actually Googling what the Finnish name is for Thumbelina. Puk-alo Lisa. What actress launched scented candles labeled "This smells like my vagina" and "This smells like my orgasm"? Gwyneth Paltrow is the correct answer. Number 5, moving swiftly on and ignoring Gordy. What retired footballer spent 32 days in jail March, April for allegedly entering Paraguay with a false passport? Ronaldinho. Heron Doors, what the frickin' hell has happened? Okay, can I take a picture just above your forehead to show people how you've just walked back in here? Number 6. I can't stop looking at it. What country has this as its national flag? The correct answer is Cambodia. Number 7, James Howlett is the alter ego of the Marvel Comics character Wolverine. Illegal capital entry for ICE. Ignorant emergency. See what you've done there. Number 8, 1 point for capon is the C that describes a rooster or cockerel that has been castrated to improve the quality of its flesh for food. Frank popped in earlier on and said chicken. Number 9, icicles, helter-skelter, slicing and chipping are technical terms used in what field? Lacrosse, dressmaking, stained glass or hairdressing. The correct answer is hairdressing.
I know all about that.
Gordy said Ronaldinho's dentist got jailed too. Did? Yeah, just because he was his dentist. Electric Sheep Minion. Roosters can transform into chickens by themselves. My dad had a rooster that changed gender. No, your dad killed a rooster and bought a different chicken. I just heard you say cross-dressing as an option. No, not cross-dressing. Okay, folks, what do you see here? Solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known term or phrase. So you see the word he. What is it doing? It's coming out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere. Give yourself 5 points if you wrote he came out of nowhere. He rose out of nowhere. and that's about as generous as I'm going to be tonight. Okie dokie. So, folks, you know what you need to do. Send any photographs of yourself, your team, your family members playing the quiz show. And basically, share any news with us. You can mail me directly at irishquestionmark@gmail.com. And we'll put it into next week's show. Have a look who this is. It is Chicken Dinner, used to be a winner. They sent a lovely photograph last week of them doing the quiz show, and that's when they still had their little Christmas tree up in the corner. Also, Mira Meriden sent me a picture saying she hopes that she won't have to use her Christmas mask next year. Well, what can I tell you? Mira Meriden, her indoors. Did you know that Meriden is the traditional centre of England?
No.
In the middle of Meriden, there is like a little bit of grass. And in the middle of that bit of grass is a pole. And there's no seat on top of the pole, Jesse, before you ask. But they say that it is traditionally the centre of England.
Whoa.
I'd also like to thank Mum, our maid of Meriden, and Jodie's dad, our secret agent, who visited Burnham-on-Sea Pier for us, sent me a couple of photographs after all the discussion about the shortest pier in the world. And our secret agent says it's the smallest. So, folks, that's fine by me. Radu, our first prize winner from 40 quizzes ago, do you remember he won a hand-knitted George scarf by her indoors and a Frozen DVD and an Irish question mark t-shirt? He continues to win, receiving his mask a few weeks ago in Delft. Okay, folks, so basically, if you'd like to have your photograph or a little bit of news you have for us, to share with our friends on a Friday night at our next quiz, which will be 41, quiz 41 next week here indoors. We're on the countdown down to our golden anniversary. You have to organise an air fryer with an Irish question mark logo on it. I can't wait. Her indoors, the head of our technical department will need to step it up, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm marketing, am I?
You are now involved with the marketing also, yes. So, folks, make sure you type George if you want to become a member of this limited edition group of wonderful human beings who have been joining us on a Friday night from our lounge to your homes. And you've been lucky enough to win some of the prizes, the Irish question mark merchandise, the face masks and the mugs. We have either a mug or a face mask up to raffle tonight. Who will be the next winner? If you don't type George into the chat, it ain't going to be you, is it, her indoors? Don't you type George into the chat, because I know you already have.
I'm just checking, I must win. It has to be my week. It has to be.
Jodie's dad's just slipped in there and joined in. He's using tactics and timing because he's got all the background and technical experts to work out what time is the premium time to enter the draw. Okay, folks, the virtual tip jar is open tonight. Thank you very much to anybody that has sent a little donation so far. I'll drop the local links and the international links into the chat. P. Van Venetian, thank you very much for your kind donation. I greatly appreciate it. Minion Jesse says he knows the algorithm for who's gonna win the draw. Oh, my sides are sore. I would love it if he won tonight. Yeah. Okay, folks. So, would you like me to come and do a quiz for you? Yes, folks. There is not a lot of word on when the venues will be opening again. I've been in contact with a couple of the owners. Electric Eric from the Fiddler says hello. Alan from the White Horse says hello. Class from the Sherlock Holmes says hello. And Big Bad Ed out in Delft at the Proof Locale also says hello. I miss sharing smiles with these guys in the flesh. But it doesn't look like there is going to be anytime soon. I'm not going to say which owner I was speaking to, but in the mail that he sent back to me, he said that he's opened doors in April. And I'm like, April? My God, that's a wee bit away. I thought it would be opening sooner than that. Anyway, it's out of my control. I'm going to keep doing this every Friday night until you tell me that you don't want to do it anymore. And then I'll just keep doing it and find other people. Anyway, folks, follow me on Facebook. You can see previous shows on YouTube. I will be putting this show up on YouTube tonight. You can also follow me on Instagram. Just do a search for Irish question mark, and I would love you to follow me. I put this little video in especially for Liz the Legend because it tickled her fancy last week. So let's leave it on for a little while and see if you do the same as me. And that's every time I see this show, when I see the bridge coming, I duck down. Anyway, Jay Van Haastricht, thank you very much for your kind donation. Frank says, I'll follow you in real life. I'm looking forward to the day, Frank, that I get the chance to spend some quality time with you and your better half, I can tell you. Okay, moving on to round 4. What is the name of the lion in C.S. Lewis's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? You know, C.S. Lewis got inspiration for Narnia from the Mourne Mountains, where I was born, the foot of the Mourne Mountains. Frank says he'll follow me in real life, and then his next message is, I'm looking through the window, don't tell.
I just got to check.
Her indoors is just going to check all windows. Radiant Verluca, thank you very much for your kind donation, sweetheart. Question number 2, folks. There is a 2 points up for grabs. Described by doctors as dangerous and ridiculous in a rambling speech in April 2020, what 2 things did Donald Trump suggest as treatments for coronavirus? What 2 things did Donald Trump suggest as treatments for coronavirus? 1 point for each correct answer. Number 3, the zloty is the official currency and legal tender of what country? Her indoors is currently round double checking every lock on every window and hitting the deadbolt on the front and back door. I think Junior, our youngest son, could be sleeping on the streets tonight thanks to Frank and Liz threat. Number 4. Replace these initials with words to make a true statement. Replace these initials with words to make a true statement. 5S on a P. Your next question is a Jan Man question. Rugby. In which city was the 2019 Rugby Union World Cup final held? In which city was the 2019 World Rugby Union Cup final held? Grab 88. We had a short break. I missed the first 2. Yes, we did have a short break because Arto, our F&C, is only reading the tonight's show. So he didn't realise, he didn't answer that he was going to come on and do some jokes or not some jokes, as the case may be. But I can ask you the first questions for you, no problem at all. Question number 1 was, what's the name of the lion in The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. Question number 2. What 2 items did President Donald Trump, did you hear that, Liz? President Donald Trump suggest as treatments for coronavirus in April 22?
April 22.
April 2020. April 2020. You're hearing things. Number 3. The zloty is the official currency and legal tender of what country? And number 4. Replace these initials with words to make a true statement. 5S on a P. 5S on a P. Family Avery, thank you very much for your kind donation. Minion Jesse's asking a question. What does touche et lily poo mean? Touche et lily poo. I fear to say, I don't know. What does touche et lily poo mean? I don't know. Little Sheep Minion, how many times did the Batmobile catch a flag? I don't know. No need to apologize, brother. No need at all. If you see canard on a French menu, what type of meat is on offer? Now, obviously, I don't want you to write down canard, because that's like something Gordy in Aberdeen would do. Herman Dores reckons they're not used to meat in Scotland. That's all they ever eat is meat in Scotland. Yeah, well, meat, well, we loosely call it meat. It's more like intestines in sacks, belly, stomach sacks. Haggis, Kenny is here. G. Butt, thank you very much for your kind donation. Number 7. Gordy says, I have a B in French actually. I think that is actually Susie typing, I have a B in French actually. And Gordy's just going, huh. He speaks as good a French as I do. Number 7. What is half a sphere called? And Scotch beef is world renowned. Anyway, it's pretty famous. Yeah, but you know why it's famous worldwide? For how good a quality it is. But do you know why? Why the Scotch beef is so well known all around the world? Because they hyperinflate the price of it and they export it, and no one inside Scotland gets to eat any other decent steak. Moving swiftly along. Number 8. Holy smoke, it's a bat. That's a nice side of beef. Yeah, that was Angus. Yes, indeed. Aberdeen Angus, isn't it? Aberdeen Angus? Yeah. It's Dingbat time. What do you see, folks? What do you see? It's a 2-word phrase. And it's not Aberdeen Angus. Just bad timing there, Gordy. So what do you see? What is sitting on what? What on what? Bono on Liz II. No, 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 no.
Oh my God. How much longer is this going on?
Minion Me says that's 3 words. Bono on Liz II. I think that's 4 actually.
Yeah.
Number 9. If a female pig is a sow, what do we call a male pig?
Look at me, I'm done.
Well Welcome, Arto. We've been talking about you for quite a while. Because we didn't do a big long break. Grab 88 missed the start of the next round 4 because we were waiting on you to do some jokes, and then I thought, well, maybe he can't hear us. But Arto, our FNC, it's nice to have you on board. Absolutely lovely. So have a little think about a joke or two, because it would be rude not to let you do a few jokes. So no pressure. We're on question number 9, and we'll expect a few jokes after this round. Question number 10. Folks, I'm going to leave this one on the screen for a little while. I am going to give you 10 points. Yes, folks, you heard it. Bit of excitement here indoors. 10 points.
For what?
10 points.
Oh! Woo! 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 Woo!
Is that your screams of excitement? This is a brain teaser, folks. I want you to put the 7 in order of age, oldest first. Paul is the youngest of a group of 7 people. Brian is older than James and Stuart, but younger than John. James is older than Andy, but younger than Stuart. Michael is older than Brian, but younger than John. Put the 7 in order of age, oldest first. Okay, I'll leave this one on for a little while. It also gives Arto some time to pick a couple of jokes of his choice for the end of this round. So Paul is the youngest of the group of 7, so put him on at the end of your list. Brian is older than James and Stuart, but he's younger than John. James is older than Andy, but younger than Stuart. And Michael is older than Brian, but younger than John. I should put more questions like this into our quizzes, folks, because this is the quietest our indoors has been in about 25 years.
I know who the youngest is.
Well done. How did you work out who the youngest was?
James is old.
Okay, folks, so if you would like to take a little picture of this one, if you want to work on it in between other questions, we will make it disappear in the next few seconds. Okay, before we move on to round 5, I'd like to call on Arto, our F&C, our Finnish comedian, if he has a couple of jokes to put into the chat, to bring a little bit of cheer, but not festive cheer, to our gatherings tonight. Our secret agent, Jodie's dad, says, Mom and Jodie think they have the answer. Well, her indoors even thinks she has the answer. She's writing it now for the second or possibly third time.
Oh, I've got 2 Stuarts.
There isn't 2 Stuarts. There's only 1 Stuart. Okay, Arto, our F&C, what washes up on really small beaches? What washes up on really small beaches? I don't know, Arto, our F&C. What washes up on really small beaches? Microwaves. Of course. Thank you very much, RFNC. Do you by any chance have another joke or two for us? Family Van Trick, thank you for your kind donation. Arto RFNC, why aren't dogs good dancers? Let me have a think, Arto RFNC. Why aren't dogs good dancers? They have two left feet. It's bad, but it's so good it's bad. Oh, and it's so bad it's good. Fantastic, Arto RFNC. Wonderful. Jodie's dad said that's a lame joke. Oh, God. It's getting worse. They're getting worse. Arto, RFNC, have you got one more for us, or shall I move swiftly along? Let me know. I'm watching the chat room with vivid excitement and attention for your lead. They've got two left feet. All right, Arto, thank you very much indeed, folks. Yes, indeed, we are in privilege and an honor to have such a high-class comedian as Arto, our FNC, our friendly neighborhood FNC. Round 5, question number 1. What TV and movie character links James Doohan and Simon Pegg? What TV character and movie character links the actors James Doohan and Simon Pegg? Question number 2. I like this question. In the 2020 US presidential election, to the nearest million, how many million more people voted for Joe Biden than Donald Trump? So if you think it was, rounded to the nearest million, how many million more people voted for Joe Biden than Donald Trump? I will tell you that it was a lot closer than people think. Minion Me says, do we count the dead people that voted too? Yes. You mean alive people, Pat? Number 3. 5 points, folks. Dingbat. 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 Alrighty. Dingbat time. Say what you see. It's a 4-word answer, and you have a possible 5 points. 4-word answer, 5 points up for grabs. And SRB 1055, nice to see you. So do what SRB 1055 has done and type George into the chat if you have not done that already. Double corona sneeze, folks. Minion Me says, say what you see. Thank you very much, folks. Number 4. Multiple guess. Which composer died on the 5th of December, 1791? Beethoven, Bach, Mozart, or Chopin? Which composer died on the 5th of December, 1791, aged 35? Ashes to ashes. Oh, number 5. Cape Columbia is the northernmost point of land of what country? Cape Columbia is the northernmost point of land of what country? Number 6. In the army, how many stripes or chevrons are there on a sergeant's bag of rank? Her indoors took some sort of a turn there. Are you okay there?
Yep.
She's very quiet tonight, folks. I think it's all because I hid the Cadbury's chocolate and she just hasn't quite found where it is. By the way, talking about Cadbury's chocolate, Mira Meriden, Mom, thank you very much. I think of you often when I am eating my orange flavoured twirls, which I've hidden in the house. So that's why they're still here. Arto, you give yourself as many points as you think is fit and honest. Taking a point for the finish rank. Number 7, in astrology, 2 points up for grabs. In which 2 months could you have been born in if your star sign is Aquarius? Yes, I still have quite a few left, Mira Meriden, because I've rationed them out. And it's great to see Gordy going against the USA tonight and not against me and Glasgow Celtic. Number 8, with which sport would you primarily associate the promoter Don King?
Oh, this is an Aquarius.
But I thought Aquariuses were really kind and caring people that love music.
They're quirky and creative.
They're quirky, queer, and psychotic, did you say? Number 8, with which sport would you primarily associate the promoter Don King? Oh, her indoors is going to, what have you brought out? Give us it, give me, just give it to me. Give it to me. Let me show everybody. Her indoors has just went and got The Secrets of Astrology, revealed for every sign of the zodiac by the America's most famous astrologer.
Yeah.
Number 9. I love you too, Liz the Legend, but you know that already. In the human body, what S is the uncontrolled contraction of a muscle or a group of muscles? What is it called? And our next one, number 10, worth 5 points. It's an anagram. Anagram time. Oh. I grew to sod is an anagram of what famous sportsman? I grew to sod is an anagram of what famous sportsman? Did you say it's Liz's birthday soon? When is Liz's birthday? Do you know?
January, February.
Do you want to just give the answers out or what?
Oh, I didn't know what the. I wonder why she randomly put that in the chat.
Alrighty, folks. It's no one said it would be easy. What can I tell you? Round 6.
Is that a question?
Yeah, 2 point answers that you just shouted out. Yeah.
Oh, there you go, everybody.
Electric Sheep Minion says you can live with them, but it's never easy. You never spoke truer words.
Oi.
Question number 1. What S is most commonly used in the production of pasta verde? What S is most commonly used in the production of pasta verde? Saliva? No. Number 2. Gaining notoriety in a 2020 documentary TV series, by what name is Joseph Allen Maldonado Passage better known? Getting famous through a TV series, a documentary, what name is Joseph Allen Maldonado Passage better known? Number 3. It's Dingbat, and it's a geography Dingbat. 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 Solve this Dingbat to reveal a well-known location. Say what you see. Say what you see. 5 points, folks. Her indoors, what are you doing?
Reading up about Liz.
Reading up about Liz and her star sign. Are you going to give us like a breakdown of what sort of person Liz is? Alrighty. Number 4. Which acid is present in stinging nettles? Which acid is present in stinging nettles? LSD is not the correct answer, Frank, but I like the way you're thinking. Mom, the maid of Meriden, has just randomly typed in centre of England. Number 5 is a Jan the Man question. 2 points off of grabs, folks. What 2 countries jointly hosted the 2012 UEFA European Championships? Which 2 countries jointly hosted the 2012 UEFA European Championships? Mom's got a time delay. It's all gone pear-shaped since she went down to Burnham-on-Sea. They must have bad internet because of the size of that pier. Oh, it's delayed by 2 weeks. Okay, so we are still in Meriden. Okay. Come out from behind the pole in the middle of the, what is it called? The grass in the middle of the village, her indoors. It's an English term. The city, the
Green.
village green, is it?
Yeah.
Village green, yeah, the village
The
green.
village idiot.
Who's a village idiot? Oh, don't answer that. Number 6. The American Earl Tupper is credited with inventing which method of storage?
Okay.
Number 7. Who played Captain Billy Tyne in the year 2000 movie The Perfect Storm? This is what her indoors has come up with her book about Liz the Legend, that she's a planner, she's faithful, elusive, she's charming, intuitive, and she's a free spirit. I think that about sounds right.
I haven't put the bad things on.
She hasn't put the bad things on. Okay. It misses insane. You've got a Purple Heart from Liz. I don't know whether that means she's going to injure you in the line of duty or what. Number 8. Acronym. Pat the Beard's got very excited. He's just asked me to show him his back, show him my backside. Usually used underwater, the acronym SONAR stands for and Gordy says she's a super spreader. Usually used underwater, the acronym SONAR. What does it stand for? And something. Number 9, in medicine, I'm sure you've heard of IVF, the IVF treatment. What do the initials IVF stand for? What do the initials IVF stand for? Alrighty, and your last question in our quiz show this week is back to an anagram, but it's an anagram about a sports anagram, and a little clue is...
Oh, I know. Little whistle, yeah.
It wasn't a little whistle, that wasn't the clue. The clue is that in my live shows, whenever I ask a question about this sport, I usually say that it's probably a very popular sport. You got it, it's anagram time. Cruder erection glum knob. Yes, you heard me right. Cruder erection glum knob is an anagram of what sports stadium in the southern hemisphere? That's a big clue, folks. And also, it's a sport that when I ask a question about this sport, there's usually a groan from the venues. Happy birthday, Frank, by the way. Just in case I haven't mentioned it enough tonight, I'm so glad that you are here to spend your birthday with us one more time. Arto has already accepted that he is never going to get this one. Don't give up so easy, Arto or FNC. Frank, happy birthday, Frank. Think about, what sport do I talk about when I ask a question about this sport? Everyone goes, oh no, because no one knows a lot about it. I don't actually think it's a sport because they all dress up in pads. Yeah, and it's too gentlemanly. They stop for tea. There you go, that's a clue. Anyway, it's a 3-word answer. Sports stadium in the southern hemisphere. When I lived there, I used to pass by it regularly. Okay, that's it. No more clues. Yes, indeed, Gordy. It is a good sport to fall asleep to. Ardo can't even figure out the sport, never mind the stadium.
That's a tricky question.
What's a tricky question?
The name of the stadium.
The name of the stadium. It's one of the most famous stadiums in the Southern Hemisphere. Aussie Rules is played there. I nearly said the name of the sport, which is played there. Ardo, if you've got the sport's in the answer of the anagram. That's it. I'm not saying it anymore. All right, Pat the Beard. You're right. It is very famous. Very David Bowie focused shows tonight on Radio 2. Cracking music being played here in the background. Okay, folks, so don't forget, if you have not typed in George, you need to type in George to enter tonight's draw. We will be raffling one of our Irish question mark 3-colour embroidered masks or one of the Irish question mark mugs. We shall decide just before the draw. The virtual tip jar is open. I'd like to thank everybody sincerely for your contributions so far. I greatly appreciate it. Okay. Our YouTube channel is up and going. I have put quite a lot of the shows on if you'd like to play them with your family. A good little tip is to watch them first, take note of the answers, and then play them with your children and your family. You look so clever. I'd also like to say a quick hello to my cousin Christopher in Armagh. He's unfortunately hasn't been too well and he's in lockdown on his own in Armagh City. He watches the shows on the YouTube channel, so I'll be putting this one up. And I just want to say, hi Chris, I'm thinking about you and I'll give you a call tomorrow when I'm making soda bread. Question number 1. What was the name of the lion in the C.S. Lewis, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe? 1.4. Are indoors?
Lenny.
No, it was not Lenny. Aslan.
Leo.
Not Leo. Number 2. 2 points up for grabs. The 2 things that Donald Trump suggested as treatments for coronavirus: disinfectant and UV light.
Only we'd listen to him.
If only he had listened to himself. Number 3. The zloty is the official currency and legal tender of what country? The correct answer is Poland. Replace these initials with words to make a true statement. 5S on a P. The correct answer is 5 sides on a pentagon. Liz the Legends is saying, keep politics out of the quiz. You know how politically correct I am, Liz. Dutch referee, we missed the lion. The lion is called Aslan. Talking about the Dutch referee, Yokohama is the name of the city where the 2019 World Rugby Union Cup final was held. Give yourself a point for that one. Number 6, if you see canard on a French menu, what type of meat is on offer? It should be duck. What is half a sphere called? Half a sphere is called a hemisphere. Get the duck out of here. Number 8. Solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known term or phrase. What do you see, folks? Not Bono on Lizzie 2. It is a band on a boat. Abandoned ship. 2-word answer. 5 points if you got abandoned ship. Abandoned ship. Number 9. Frank's claiming that he got it. I don't believe it for a second. If a female pig is a sow, what do you call a male pig? You call a male pig a boar. Number 10, folks. 10 points up for grabs. Heron Doors, bit of excitement, please.
Woo, woo, woo. Woo.
Anything else there? No.
That's the one I'm waiting for.
This is the one. Heron Doors has got her answer on the whiteboard, folks. Paul's the youngest of the group of 7. So where do you put Paul? You put Paul right over on the left-hand side. At the bottom. Here's your answers. John, Michael, Brian, Stuart, James, Andy, Paul.
No,
10 points, folks, if you got them in that order. 10 points for the brain teaser. Heron Doors is over the moon. Not once in 40 weeks has she ever got 10 points in one of our quizzes. Well done, Heron Doors.
Thank you.
Well done, well done, well done. Frank's better half, Val, got that one. Well done, Val. We'll see you later on, very shortly, actually. Well done, Val. Jody's all excited. Never got 10 points in a round before. Way! You just needed a pen and paper and sobriety to get that. Jody's dad saying she didn't get it right. Okay. Number 1, what TV and movie character links James Doohan and Simon Pegg? It is Scotty from Star Trek. Give yourself a point for that one. In the 2020 US presidential election, how many million more people voted for Joe Biden than Donald Trump? The answer is 7 million more people. Liz is saying 12 more days. Surely she means 7 more days. Till our next quiz, show number 41. Gordon says, she can't take it, Captain. Dingbat, Pleasant CCU. 4-word answer, nice to see you. The answer is straight in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. 5 points if you guessed that one correct. Number 4, the composer that died on the 5th of December 1791, age 35, was Mozart. Number 5, Cape Columbia is the northernmost point of land of what country? The answer is, oh, Canada. 1 point if you got Canada correct. Number 6, in the army, how many stripes or chevrons are there on a sergeant's badge of rank? The answer is 3. She can either take it, Captain. Is Canada the new leader of the free world? Basically, Canadians are just Northern Americans that wanted a different name. Number 7. In which 2 months could you have been born if your star sign is Aquarius? January and February is the correct answer. By the way, when is Liz the Legend's birthday? If she could let us know, and then we can organise something special on Liz's, the quiz closest to Liz the Legend's birthday. Number 8. With which sport would you primarily associate the promoter Don King? The correct answer is boxing. Number 9. In the human body, what S is the uncontrolled contraction of muscles or a group of muscles? It is a spasm. And that looks sore. Anagram time, 5 points up for grabs. I grew to sod is the anagram for Tiger Woods. Round 6, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, try and keep it calm. We don't want to see Gordy crying up in Aberdeen. His tears might freeze, and that's in the house with the heating on. I think Damar, 1980, has just woken up, or Rachel's hit him with an elbow saying, have you entered that draw yet? What S is most commonly used in the production of pasta verde? The correct answer for 1 point is spinach. Gaining notoriety in a 2020 documentary TV series, Joseph Allen Maldonado Passage is better known as Joe Exotic or Tiger King. Give yourself a point if you got that right. I blame the booze. Obviously, it's too little booze. Number 3, what do you see? Dingbat time, say what you see. Well, what do you see? You see different times. And then what's next to the times? It is a square. The correct answer is Times Square. Pop the Beard reckons that Joe Exotic's now called Joe Bent Over. I think Joe Exotic was always called Joe Bent Over. Gordy reckons he would have been in the capital too. Yeah, I bet you he would have been. With a guy with the horns. Number 4, the acid that is present in stinging nettles. It's not LSD, it is formic acid. Number 5, Jan the Man, 2 points up for grabs. The two countries that jointly hosted the 2012 UEFA European Championship is Poland and Ukraine. 1 point for Poland and 1 point for Ukraine. Yes, indeed. Number 6, the American Earl Tupper is credited with inventing which method of storage? It was, of course, the Tupperware. Your next one, who plays Captain Billy Tyne in The Perfect Storm? It is the one and only Mr. George Clooney. Your next one, number 8, usually used underwater. The acronym SONAR stands for Sound, Navigation and Ranging. Sound, navigation and ranging. That is the correct answer for number 8. Number 9, in medicine, what do the initials IVF stand for? In vitro fertilization. In vitro fertilization is the correct answer for that one. And our last question, an anagram question. Cruder erection glum knob is an anagram to what sports stadium in the Southern Hemisphere? Well, I said the sport was in the answer, The sport is cricket. The correct answer is Melbourne Cricket Ground, commonly known as the MCG. There we go, folks. Give yourself 5 points if you had guessed what that one was. Okay, so our virtual tip jar is open. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed tonight's show, thank you very much indeed for all the donations so far. I greatly appreciate it. Please make sure that you have typed George into the chat, because that's what you need to do to enter the next part of our show, which is the big draw. Lots of people typing George in as often and as quick as possible, but if you've done it already, boom, you've done it already. It's as simple as that. If you have typed George in, you will become, or quite possibly become, one of these special winners, our limited edition Mask Winners Club. Good luck in the draw, folks. Let's see whether it works, because I'm sure her indoors has it set up that if it doesn't, what, she hasn't even bothered writing pens and paper at this time. She's just going to say her indoors won. Okay, so I close the entries. Is it letting me close the entries? Yes, it is. Now, do we pick a winner and then say what we're going to give the prize out, or do we do the prize first and then pick a winner? I think, what do you think, her indoors? Let the first winner choose. What do you mean the first winner? There only is one winner. What do you think it is? Bucking Christmas. 351 days to Christmas. Okay, let's pick the winner and let the winner choose whether they want the mug or the mask. Mug or mask? That is the question. And the person that needs to pick it, the person that has won it, you will not believe this, folks, is her indoors. Oh my God.
First time ever.
Show number 40, folks, and I'm sorry to have let you down so dramatically. She has in fact been randomly picked by the computer, but you know as well as I do that she is a winner every day of the week having me in her life. So I'm going to pick another winner. Boom!
What?
Robert Scott, you are our winner from tonight.
What?
You'll get a prize. Her indoors will get a prize. Is Robert still here?
I'm out. I'm left.
Is Robert still here? That's the question.
I'm stuck at the door.
Jody says you wanted to save on postage, so you can just leave it on the bedside table for her.
Well, obviously not.
Her indoors is not amused that I picked someone else. It's okay, I'll just give away your prize. Robert, what would you like? I think you'd like a mask. You haven't got the mask yet. In fact, I think you're the only member of your team that hasn't got a mask yet. Email me with your address, Robert. Let me know what you'd like, whether it be a mask or a mug. Yes, you want a mask. No problem. I'll put that in the post tomorrow. I will, of course, give her indoors a mask, and I'll wrap a little bit of masking tape around it to make sure it's been held in place. What can I tell you, folks? Amanda, thank you very much. You got 44 points. It doesn't matter how many points you get, Amanda. You're playing the game on your own. It's all about having a little bit of fun, spending a few hours together on a Friday night during these crazy times. By the looks of things, I think we're going to be in lockdown here in Holland for another couple of weeks. So thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's been wonderful to spend another Friday night with you. And let me finish off the way we normally finish off. What can I tell you? Whatever you need to do, folks, stay the frank at home. Thank you.
caught a virus, you're not in this alone. But you can help to cure it, just stay the fuck at home.
We're all stuck here in quarantine, it's like the Twilight Zone. To save the world you only have to stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick, just
Stay the fuck at home.
If you're locked down with your hubby or going in alone, sisters need to teach their men, stay the fuck at home.
Whether you've got 12 kids or you're living on your own, shut it down and isolate, stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Watch Netflix in your underwear,
Just stay the fuck at home.
But I need the gym and I need the beach. We hear you bitch and moan. You need to grow a brain cell and stay the fuck at home. But I feel fine, I don't feel sick. I'll go out on my own. How thick are you, you selfish prick? Just stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Sit on the couch and do fuck all.
Stay the fuck at home.
If you think you're not at risk, you're living in a dome. Spreads faster than a hooker's leg, so stay the fuck at home.
To the doctors and the truckies, those who put food on our plate, you keep the whole place running so we can isolate.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
You can be a hero too.
Stay the fuck at home.
The only way to slow it down is isolate, not roam. Help the world get back on track and stay the fuck at home.
Sit on the couch and drink VV, get shit-faced on your own. We don't care what you're doing there, just stay the fuck at home.
If you need to contact family, use Facebook, Skype or phone. Yeah, we've got the fucking internet, so stay the fuck at home.
From LA through to Berlin, from Wuhan through to Rome, there's people dying every day. Please stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home.
Alrighty, folks. Thank you very much indeed. Take care of yourselves, and myself and her indoors will see you next week. It's great. Thank you, really, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for everything, folks. Take care of yourselves and have a